I'm Joe Hernandez,
Kyle Motz.
I'm Aiden Ayala.
and this is our project for Boston Massacre. Quiz on the Boston Massacre, correct?
Yeah.
Do you remember when it happened?
Nah, no, I don't. Do you remember?
1770.
March 5th.
Ah, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah. Okay, how many people died? Do you remember that?
Nah, here, I got it though. You ready? I take notes on noodle tools. Helps me remember.
That's good.
Mm.
Yeah. Noodle Tools is a great site. Everybody should use it, man.
It is, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's so helpful.
Mm.
I think
So,
I think it was 5 people that died,
5 people.
including Crispus Attucks.
Christmas talks. Yep.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
do you know one more person that we know about?
No.
Snyder. Crap. Snyder was the name, right?
Snyder?
Yeah. Snyder. Christopher Snyder.
That's right,
Yep.
Christopher Snyder.
Yep.
That's the reason. You know why? You know why he was involved?
Why?
Because since the British people like came into like Boston and stuff,
Mhm.
they decided to go in this one house that was being ruckus and stuff, and so after that, he thought that he heard something like a muzzle coming out of the window or something.
Mhm.
But of all the things, he went in and shot and killed an 11-year-old named Christopher Snyder.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember why it happened?
Well, I mean, like, it's because of the British and the colonists having tension.
Hey, do you want to help him on this one?
Yes, they had tension because of the taxes and the acts that were being placed on them by the Parliament in Britain. How the colonists didn't think it was right that they should be taxed without representation.
Yep.
So that's why they started to have this happening.
Yep.
Okay.
Also, one of the the colonists, they started to nudge towards the British, and started to provoke them even more than starting the riot. So then one of them shot their muskets, and that's what started it.
Yes.
Okay, next question. Let's see. Do you remember how many acts were put into position here?
Yes. 4.
4. Do you remember their names?
Yes. The Navigation Acts, the Sugar Act, the Stamp Act, and the Townshend Acts.
Good. Cool. So that's what you can get from your
My
notes, right?
yes.
Cool. Okay. Now, what do these acts do?
Well, let's start off. The Navigation Acts affected the colonists and made them angry with the British in the first place. And the reason the colonists got so angry was because of the Navigation Acts.
Okay.
And then
What was the point of the Stamp Acts? What did that have an effect on?
the Stamp Acts.
Yep.
The Stamp Act.
Yep.
The Stamp Act had an effect on the taxes with stamps. They would cost more and more to like ship out letters and goods and stuff.
Now, Sugar Act.
The Sugar Act placed taxes on molasses, sugars, and all types of goods for foods and stuff.
Okay.
So
And then the last one, what was it you said?
the Townshend Acts.
Townshend Acts. Good.
Townsend.
Townsend? Yep.
Is,
Okay. Now, what about this one?
The Townshend Acts put everything together into one, and it just completely like destroyed the colonists. So the colonists got so angry.
Yeah.
So then the British people in Boston,
Sorry. Okay, continue.
the British people in Boston had to do something to get out of the colonists' way, but that didn't happen. So the colonists kept pushing them until they finally fired the first shot of the Boston Massacre.
Cool. So, Aiden, what are your thoughts on the Boston Massacre? Sorry, that sounded like a sneeze. Bless you, even though that was a cough.
thank you. My thoughts on the Boston Massacre is that it never should have happened. It was a riot that turned into worse events because of the colonists making a dumb move.
Poor decision.
Cornering
Yep.
people with rifles.
Mhm.
Common sense.
Yep.
That's all you need to have there. Common sense.
Thomas
By Thomas Paine.
Yep.
Yes.
Kyle,
minds
your
think
thoughts
alike.
on it?
My thoughts on it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, the British shouldn't have fired in the first place, but I still agree with Aiden about the colonists by throwing stuff at them and making that by making the British like going against them.
Mhm.
That well, I mean, the British shouldn't have fired in the first place. If they accidentally heard the word fire, they should have yelled out like, "Did you tell me to fire?" instead of just firing straight away.
Okay.
So what are your thoughts about the Boston Massacre, Joe?
Well, I'm with Aiden. It shouldn't have happened. As he said, it was a riot outside of a British barracks. The British should have kept more, like, they should have thought more about what they were doing, because it ended up in a mass murder, which was, like, almost the start of the revolution, which caused this whole entire war, which actually sort of helped us, because it split us off from British, and then right now we would be British still.
Yeah.
Remember this.
There would be so many taxes, sorry.
The other thing with that was one of the colonists did, I think, as it was stated, threw something which kind of caused the reaction from one of the British soldiers to fire the rifle out of
Yes.
them reacting to getting hit. So he probably just pulled the trigger by accident then, which, if I remember, did that hit somebody? Or did that one?
I think
Yes,
that hit
that-
somebody.
yeah,
that
that
one
was-
probably hit somebody.
I think
Shot
that was,
heard around the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which then caused everybody else to start firing, which then turned into the Boston Massacre.
Yes.
So, I believe that's the end of your quiz, right?
Yeah.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Got a
So, what'd you get on that?
96.
96. Nice.
It's pretty good.
Cool. Well, hope we helped you.
Thank you guys.
No
So,
problem. What made the colonists think attacking the soldiers was a good idea?
Well, I mean, it wasn't a good idea in the first place, so I don't even know why they did it.
Aiden?
So coming from the colonist standpoint, I think they attacked them because they were angry, they were fed up with how Britain was controlling them. So they took it out on the closest point, or the closest thing they could that represented Britain, which was the soldiers.
Okay.
What do you
Okay.
think?
So, well, the British weren't even supposed to be there at the time. So, and with all the taxes, it sort of worked them up, the colonists. So then they got really mad at them for taxing them and stuff and telling them what to do around the streets of, actually, all 13 colonies. And they just thought, you know what, they aren't even supposed to be here right now, so why not kick them out? But at the moment, they had stronger army than ours.
They
So,
kinda did the whole time.
what about the aftermath? What happened after?
The aftermath. What happened after was the 7 or 8 soldiers that were there that killed the 5 people were all under arrest at Boston, and then as soon as the king came over, they were freed or bailed out of jail and
Yep.
went back to, I think,
To Britain.
back to
Yep.
Britain. And I think the colonists they mourned the people that lost their lives that day, and just to hope it never happens again.
Okay. Do you remember how many witnesses there
There
are?
were 96
Witnesses?
eyewitnesses.
96. Okay, cool. So, what were their other names of the Boston Massacre? What were the other names of it?
The other names, A Night in March. Well, in my terms, I would put it in the day the massacre happened.
The massacre happened.
But I don't think there are any other names that they called it.
There was.
There was?
Shot around the world.
That's right.
They
'Cause-
also called it the Bloody Massacre.
Yeah, the Bloody Massacre was another one. Do you know why they called them that?
No, I don't.
So, the shot around the world, it was because it started the revolution. Okay? So, we had the guy, the British soldier here, and the colonists. He shot him, right?
Yeah.
And that's what started all of it. If that shot hadn't happened, none of this would happen. The revolution would not have been started, and then there would have been nothing else, just British.
Makes
They
sense.
would have taken over, and eventually we would have lost.
Makes sense.
Yep.
So why do they call it the Bloody Massacre too?
Because a lot of people didn't die, but I think because of how many shots there were and how fast the people died. Or
Also, because
how
of the redcoats.
yes.
Yep, redcoats. Because they were called redcoats, they also called it the bloody, because red and blood
Yes.
go together. So, Bloody Massacre.
Makes sense.
There we go.
Thank you for watching. This has been our project for the Boston Massacre, and I hope you've enjoyed.
Thank you.
Thank you.